Hello. Whether you know about me personally or whether you know about me through fundraisers that are going on or whether you know me on Facebook or just stumbled across me on the internet, my name is Beth and there is a big thing in my life that I don't talk about and decided I should start talking about because it's kind of a big deal and I realized that it's not as difficult to share it as I thought it was. So I'll leave that till last, but before I get to those, I wanted to do 9 other things that you don't know about me, just because I don't want it to be all about this big thing in my life. Number 1 is, if you haven't already figured out, I have an English accent, but I'm currently sitting in my bedroom in Vancouver. And I moved to Canada 10 years ago, this year will be 11 years, but I switch accents on and off, so a lot of you who I'm talking to maybe via Facebook will be wondering why I'm English, but when I'm home, that is what I sound like. When I'm here, no one believes I'm English. When I'm in England, no one believes I'm Canadian. And I just can't win. When I was getting my hair cut the other day, the guy had a Cockney accent, and I just started to pick it up throughout the hair dyeing session, and so I walked out a redhead and Cockney. Number 2 is my pet peeve. I hate the sound of people with dry hands going like this. I can't go to bed unless I've had hand lotion put on. I hate dry hands. I hate when other people have dry hands because it just gets under my skin. And this is a family trait. This is something that numerous people in my family also dislike. Number 3 is that if you didn't know, I have a lovely sister called Grace, and even though she is 3 years younger than me, she is, how tall are you?
3 inches taller.
3 inches taller than me, so I'm the little sister now. You can go now. Love you. Your face looks nice. Number 4 is that I'm fairly sure that if I was in the wizarding community in Harry Potter, my boggart would be a submarine. I've hated them for as long as I can remember. They terrify me more than anything else. Other things I don't like are man-made things that are underwater that are not supposed to be underwater. And that ranges from submarines to tin cans. And that's another family trait. So I was kind of doomed to be weird. Going back to the topic of Harry Potter, I grew up with it. It is my childhood. Basically, I cried for so long after the movie was done. I'm a bit of a fan. It's a comfort book for me. I love it. I love reading as well. I suppose I can throw that in that category. Reading was my childhood. Everything from Shakespeare to Harry Potter and even the Twilight books, but not anymore. Number 6 is that I am an unbelievably clumsy girl. I can't even blame it on surgeries and things. I can now, because I actually have this massive blind spot. So when I'm looking at the camera, all the stuff you can't see over there, I can't see either. I fell on top of a tree. I only fell out of a tree because the tree bark came off. I've dropped things, I walk into things, I wake up and I have bruises and I don't know how I got them. I was just a clumsy child, and I still am, and yet when I worked in a tea shop, didn't break one cup. I broke a tiny little pop, but other than that, I was pretty good. Number 7 is that luckily, although I have this thing going on in my life, I've actually checked off most people's bucket list items are things like Eiffel Tower, and see the pyramids is one I want to do and I haven't done. But I've seen the Mona Lisa, I've done the Eiffel Tower, I've traveled to Thailand and ridden elephants. I've done all those things, and I'm really, really lucky that I got to do those. And it's kind of perfect. But I am still doing bucket list items, and every time I take one off, I add a new one on, just because otherwise it kind of feels morbid, although it is. So I held a tarantula last week, and I'm going skydiving this Sunday. And I'm so excited, I'm not even nervous. I will be nervous and swearing and all that when I'm jumping out of the plane, but I will have that on video for you so you can all see that. But yeah, PG-13 language possible, but more likely going into the, R stuff. Number 9 is that if you have not already figured it out, I am a massive nerd. Sherlock Holmes bracelets. I have a Sherlock Holmes cameo pin here. I have my giant wall of stuff. The Marauders map up top, and all Dolores' proclamations, Game of Thrones. I have action figures too of select characters. I have Sherlock, Gandalf, and I have Bilbo Baggins. And we didn't have a Christmas angel, so I tied Gandalf to the top of the tree since I got him for Christmas. So he was my little Christmas angel this year. Number 10 is something that you may not have known about me, but if you came kind of via the fundraiser things, then you probably have an inkling of what's going on. But it's just that since January 2010, yes, sorry, I get the dates muddled up. So that was surgery number 1. I had surgery number 2, I had it removed. They did radiation. So I was in grade 11 at this point, and nobody noticed that I was undergoing radiation, because luckily I do have this lion's mane, so it was underneath, so no one could see. So I don't actually know if people ever figured out what was going on. I had surgery number 2 in April 2011, surgery number 3 in May 2012, and surgery number 4 this past Christmas, so December 2012. I've had more brain surgeries than I've been to the dentist in the past 3 years, basically. And unfortunately the tumour did grow back. It's tiny right now, it's just a piece that they weren't able to get out. It gets a bit nerve-wracking because I feel like I've got these giant hands on a clock just spinning away, and it could suddenly go 30 minutes to midnight or 5 minutes to midnight, and I have no idea because it's growing into an area where it could end up on my spine, and that is not good. They wouldn't really be able to do surgery at that point, so we're looking into alternative treatments, and that's what all this fundraising has been about. I'm currently on chemotherapy, 2 chemotherapies, and I do really well on those. I don't get sick on those at all, no hair loss. As I keep saying, I'm really lucky in the sense that you know, a lot of people think of cancer patients and you can kind of pick them out, but no one's actually known I'm a cancer patient unless I tell them about it. I'm currently taking medicinal marijuana. I started that, my dad suggested it to me on April 20th, 2011, which if you know the date and sort of that's clicked in your head, it's really, really weird to be 18 and have your dad telling you that he thinks you should start smoking cannabis. So thought he was joking about that one. It kept the tumour away for a year, which is extremely unusual. It has a growth rate of 1 to 6 months, and we kept it away for a year. But there's some other alternative treatments that I'm on, but there's more that we can do, but they're just really expensive, and nothing's covered by your health insurance or by Canadian health insurance. So we had to do these fundraisers in order to get the money to do them, and we currently raised, I think we raised $10,000 at our first fundraiser. People were unbelievably generous and so kind-hearted, and it's just really, really overwhelming. I'm going to make more videos, some about cancer, some about me, some about the stupid things I get up to in my day-to-day life, because I am an extremely weird person sometimes, but that's just who I am, and that's what I want to stay. I don't want to become the typical weak and frail cancer patient. I want to stay the stupid, clumsy, I'm sure I'll get more clumsy, but the stupid, clumsy, I've got a really dry sense of humour, sarcastic. I just want to be that Beth, and that's what I want to, you know, keep the quality of life up and keep doing those things. So thank you for watching, if you watched it to this far. Maybe you found out some new things about me, maybe you found out a big new thing about me. This channel is called Beth's Brain, and if you subscribed and commented on the video or shared it in any way you can so we can get more people involved. It's not just for me, it's spreading the word about alternative medication, and that would be really, really great, and I'd be so thankful if you did that. I'm going to try and get a thing on Facebook set up called Beth's Brain so that you can track all the fundraising that's going on, because there's 3 or 4 coming up in just a month, all in one go. They're doing an art cruise, and there was some amazing artists one of them was in the Smithsonian Museum. He's fantastic, and they just donated artwork and said, oh well, it's for a good cause, just auction it off. And I really, really want one of the pictures too. But I think that would be cheating. Yes, thank you for watching. Go to Beth's Brain on Facebook, and I can keep you up to date with things there, and keep posting videos and things there as well.